In the video you're about to see, we had some pretty technical challenges to overcome. This was two parts to a larger machine, and the first part was 38,000 pounds, 20 feet long, 8 feet wide. It's been in a Connex trailer shipped over from overseas. Wet, humid. The first thought was just reach in there with a forklift and grab it and take it out. Well, problems we found were at it was loaded with the heavy end into the center of the trailer, so it was about 15% heavier on the far end, 20 feet out. So if we would have taken the 60,000 pound forklift with 20-foot forks, it would have been way over the rated capacity because the center of the load was just way too far out. Second challenge was where we had to unload this. The asphalt and concrete was of an unknown quality. Well, it was pretty bad. The asphalt was 2 inches thick it was all broken up. So running over with a hard tire 60,000 pound forklift was just not feasible. Not with a 38,000 pound load. Second part was, even if we brought the 100,000 pound lift out, we could have picked it up in theory, but we couldn't drive across that concrete and asphalt and risk, falling through it. So then we looked at the skid that this was on, and the skid was not made to lift with a forklift. So even if we would have put the 20-foot forks under it, all we had to lift against was 1-inch boards with 1 nail per board. Very poorly built skid. No lifting bars. They had a bar at the front, 8x8 at the front and 8x8 at the back, 20 feet apart. Then they had 1 lag bolt on each, going down to each runner. And the wood was already split and swollen, and it just looked like a cantaloupe on a summer day. So it was not liftable. So we said, okay, we need to drag it out. So, a lot of guys are like, just hook the forklift up to it, drag it. Well, I'm not going to risk a, $60,000 transmission trying to drag something out of a container that we know is heavy. We calculated the load on it, and the static pulling load was at least 80,000 pounds because the wood the wood of the skid was sitting on that apatong floor of the trailer, and with that much weight, they actually stick together. So the breakout force is tremendous to get it to slide. So we use the tow truck, the 18-wheeler tow truck. Those winches are rated at a phenomenal amount. I can't remember what they are. And as you see in the video, it's hard to see, but we actually were set up with the tow truck on the concrete, and when we started pulling, it was pulling the tow truck backwards. It had chocks on all the wheels, spades down, and a guy standing on the brakes and was pulling it backwards. That's how much breakout force we were facing. So we ended up moving them onto the grass and digging the spades down into the dirt up against a concrete ramp to give them enough traction. So next technical challenge was the wood that they used was horrible. It was spongy, soft, and basically almost rotted, even though it was new wood. I don't know what kind of wood it was, but it was horrible. So we couldn't get a bite on it. We ended up having to go halfway back into the pallet, cut out the floor, and ended up wrapping chains in a choker around the 8x8s or 6x8s to actually bite into that wood. And as we were biting into that wood was compressing and squeezing out water and juice, and we were afraid we were going to rip it in half. So it was pretty challenging to get that out of there. I imagine wherever it comes from overseas, they slid it in on rollers or something, but it just was a poorly done pallet. So we soaked the floor. Just something I learned a long time ago. Get some Dawn dishwashing detergent and start soaping that floor, so once you do get it broke loose, it starts sliding better. So that was a challenge getting it out. We had to try rigging a few different times. We couldn't put pressure on the underside of the machine part, so it was a little difficult. especially dealing with that pallet. The wood was just crumbling. So we got it slid out, and even if I was going to pick it up with a forklift, the 6x8s were so bad that when we tried to pick it up with a crane, it was collapsing the wood. The wood was actually collapsing. So we loosened up, put some 4x4s underneath the wood, between the straps and the wood, and it was just mushing up. So challenging. But we finally ended up, got permission to strap around the top bars of this part, which were like heavy, 2-inch steel tubes. We're able to pick it up. So a lot of technical challenges in this pick. The second pallet wasn't near as heavy. It was about half the weight. Still kind of the same, but it pulled a whole lot easier, picked up a whole lot easier. So just a little think outside the box when you got to do something that's not really well done from the factory. Have fun watching it. Right, Joel? Lock this strap. That's one so much break is going to cut you in two. Watching that break.
crush it. That's so sandy.